Crouch. Bind. Set.
Joe presents the House of Rugby, together with Guinness.
'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the House of Rugby, Payne was on the spritzer, Hask sipping Guinness, Tins quaffing bubbly. The moment had come for a reflection on the year, with Christmas suits and a plate of microwaved moule.
Yeah.
In all fairness, you've
suits and
saved
Guinness.
that with the last sentence.
Do you think?
Otherwise, it was pretty shit.
It's not my finest, but it does get us nicely into "Oh Come All Ye Faithful" to House of Rugby, Christmas edition 2019, brought to you by Joe, together with our very good friends at Guinness. My name is Alex Payne. It's a great pleasure to have alongside the Lord Mike Tindall and James Haskell, who's come as a Chippendale. For those who
I forgot the
can't
shirt.
see,
I forgot
The second year in a row.
Yeah, but I haven't been home. I've been training. I also look like I've been in some form of
Yes.
accident or something.
you look worse in retirement than you ever looked as a player.
I know.
It looks like training's going well. No one's getting the better of you,
You
are
should see
they?
the other bloke. You should see the other bloke. No, honestly, I woke up this morning and like I played a game. I couldn't walk. I was limping. I went to a dinner last night and the receptionist at the hotel went, "You've got a very good tan." I was thinking, I haven't got a tan. Walked into my bedroom. I had blood down my side. My face was like red raw, and I was
An
like
abrasion.
Yeah, it was like my face was like an open red wound that had looked like a tan. I looked like I've been sunburnt. But now, for those people who listen to this only, if you can see the vision of it, my face is not great. I've got a nice little cut on the side of my head. Very hurty head.
For those who can't see and are only listening, my God, you are missing out. We've come as, I feel a bit like Brick Tamlin from
You are.
Anchorman. You look like a half-wrapped present, and Tins has come as a Christmas tree.
Is the rig looking all right for the lady viewers? Yeah, pretty much. Jungle
Not
ready.
in the jungle now.
Are you not?
No
I
one's
forget that.
pumping water.
I forget that. Oh, Caitlin.
Who's going to be first in the shower? Me! Me! Pick me!
Yeah.
Pick me!
I was showering 7 times a day.
They managed to use one or two of them. Tyson Fury,
Yes.
big unit.
Mate,
Talking
Tyson
of
Fury's big unit.
Christmas.
But do you know what's really interesting about
The old De Vere dinner.
Yeah, the De Vere dinner. You were sorely missed, actually.
What was it? What were you doing? Why were you playing?
So there's a
Tyson?
company called De Vere that do an annual awards this night, and it's like
What
nothing
does
else.
De Vere do?
They're an investment advisory company.
What in God's name were you doing there?
Well, they
you
just
were the hired entertainment.
Yeah, they just wheeled
Bring in
people
the
out.
elves.
They had mate, listen. Yeah.
Bring in Hask and the Gypsy King. You know what you're getting, right?
Yeah, that's very true.
But he was decked out in an unbelievable suit. But you know what's really interesting about, now I'm in the world of like fighting, when you meet these guys that are like really tough, you know, when it comes to handshakes, if you give me a normal handshake, you would give me like a firm, how are you?
Yeah.
Like every time you meet someone that can actually knock you out, they go like this, they give you like a real soft. And so I was shaking his hand and I went to give him like the firm, like public school, hello, and he was like real soft, and I was like, okay, he's got nothing to prove. It's really interesting. When you go out to shoot fight, same thing. Everyone's like really friendly, really soft hands.
Was he Dave Barton?
It
limp,
wasn't
though?
Dave Barton, like limp, like a horrible like claw hand.
I do hope that Dave Barton listens to this, because that's
So
the
do I.
third time he's
Dave
got
Barton.
mentioned
Happy
today.
Christmas to Dave Barton.
Biscuit Barton. Food bill. Honestly, if there was a buffet, he'd be straight through it, like filling his pockets with stuff.
It's like the moose from TalkSport. There's the food there. He's straight
Takes his
in.
lunch
Honestly,
box to a
he was
lunch.
even on days off, he'd be in eating free food. He's unbelievable, Dave Barton.
Talk us through Tyson. What did
Yeah,
you exchange
so-
some notes? Had he seen you in the jungle? Was he like, wow, what a player?
He actually, obviously, had completely no idea who I was. So I got Natalie Ping. Simon was laughing. Honestly,
Even though you are now sort of national celebrity number one.
I wouldn't say that, but yeah, I mean, I'm slightly more well known. I getting taxi drivers. Go on, Haskell, mate. You did fucking well in the jungle. Thanks, pal.
Yeah.
You know,
Cabbies fell right in behind you with your
they did.
chauvinistic and bullying
they
ways.
Did, they,
Yeah,
did,
exactly.
they did. They felt that's I went on to Love Sport Radio this morning. They're like, so do you think alpha male? Do you think 2019 alpha male doesn't really suit? And I was like, well, I'm not changing. So I just asked my wife.
Good. Tyson, you
Sorry, you keep fucking interrupting me with insults.
Sorry.
So Tyson Fury was lovely. I actually asked him about the MMA because I've seen him doing it. He said he wants to get involved in it, and he's talking about having 2 more fights: Joshua, Deontay Wilder, and then going to have his last fight is going to be an MMA fight. I think.
Did you tell him not to go into WWE wrestling?
I asked him about that.
He looks like he doesn't look very.
I asked him about that. He said he's already done that. He said he's done that at his payday. Done a couple of
It
appearances.
was bad though.
Well, it doesn't matter. I think he got
And
paid.
why do you lie to him?
What do you mean?
You went, looks in great shape. It's the worst rigatoni ever.
No,
You would
no,
not
he was
accept
actually
that
no.
rigatoni.
Considering what he looks like, and also you wouldn't say that to him, would you?
Well, there you go.
Well,
So basically, you don't stand by your banter.
Actually, no. First of all, he looked in great shape in comparison to what
For
and he
him.
looked for him.
To what
But
he
he was,
has
he,
looked
but he
like.
also was he was quite in great shape, and you know. But you'd only ever say that if you were going at a car at 50 miles an hour. You're like, shit, Tyson, shit, Tyson. Yeah. Otherwise, you wouldn't say that to him. So, but he actually was looking in great shape. I thought. I've only ever met the bloke once.
Oh, were you just in like fan zone mode and you were just
But I never thought I'd been a massive fan of the Gypsy because he in the past he's made some
given
very
where you've laid
interesting
your carpet
yeah
before.
he's made some very interesting comments about LGBT stuff. So I've not obviously been not a massive fan of this, but he was very polite, very lovely, in great shape, and he is obviously a massive character, and he could knock my head straight off the shoulders without much ado.
I'm not sure he could. He could outbox you. He could just keep pounding you. You'd be just like that
But
guy.
I don't think I'll be able to
You'd be
hit
like
him.
Homer Simpson.
Yeah, that's my
I'm not
UFC
sure he'd
move.
ever-
Looks
not
like
sure
you
he'd
have
ever
been like
finish you
Homer
off, though.
Simpson with the number of
That's my Bellator move. They'll get tired punching me out, and then I attack like a coiled spring.
literally rope a dope.
The Rocky
Yeah.
doll.
Yeah.
3 well-wrapped Christmas presents on House of Rugby.
Oppo
this week.
suits again.
Oppo suits.
Turning up.
Pour
Thank you,
Guinness on
Jelly.
one sleeve, just roll straight
Every
straight
year.
off.
Thank you, Jelly.
I'm glad because I thought
Did
they
it on
were-
a short turnaround this time. He was
Very
very
good.
good.
Next year, Jelly, please could I have just a small to medium rather than a
Yeah,
pound?
see, I wasn't
I'm
sure.
never
I
going to
was-
pick
went
up speed in
safety
this.
that they were all a bit on the small side last time, but you're definitely a 44.
I've lost weight this year working with
Yeah, but
you
you're
two.
even more skinny. If you disappear, if you stand sideways, people are going to struggle to see you.
Yeah.
Apart from that nose.
It's lovely. It means I'm
The shadow.
Yeah, nose.
Well, it's not the smallest thing, is it?
It's a statement piece.
I'm just
like
just
a-
looking at that
it's like a
right now,
doorknob.
giving you banter.
Yeah, absolutely. Right.
Give me that.
Do you know what my nose looks like? You remember in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, where they wear those Norman helmets for
Yes,
the thing
it's
to gun?
exactly what you
Exactly looks like it.
I was going for Life of Brian, the Centurion.
yeah, that is
Yours
exactly
looks
what
like the
I'm like.
Monaco Grand Prix track. Well, I used to. Now it
Used
looks
to.
Roman and classic.
Thank you.
But he still whistles like a kettle, then he boiling. Every time he breathes in, the work experience guy comes running past.
Bats
and he
come,
thinks
bats
Yeah.
come flapping.
He's like, kettle's up. Oh no, so he tins his nose again.
Dins is here. On this week's Christmas special edition, we'll discover what really happens at this time of year when you're a professional sportsman. I think we did this last year as well. We're certainly on the running
can't
order last year.
remember.
I'm not sure we went anywhere near it. If you do know any professional sportsmen, then please do get in touch. Sadly thinning on that ground at the moment.
Here.
I'm actually a professional fighter.
Are you pro?
Yeah.
Are you not work experience fighter?
No,
Well, I am.
haven't you just done your PR contract? Until you fight the first one, you're not a pro.
Yeah. So, but technically, I'm training as a pro fighter, but I'm not a pro. I'm like an
You're a
academy
trainee.
kid.
You're a trainee.
I'm a trainee.
It was great. It was great trading regime going and eating 200 calories for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
exactly.
But I slimmed down to build back up.
Is that right?
Breaking it down to build it back.
exactly.
I like what you do.
We're going to talk presents. We're going to talk storytelling. There is a Yuletide perfect pour, which will hopefully be cleaner than last year's debacle.
Has everyone fully settled into the Christmas mood in swing with everyone else?
No, not-
Like,
I'm bang
out
up for
and
it.
about
I've had
and-
47 Christmas parties in the last week.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm completely
was-
not on the path of Christmas.
I was with Mad Dog Lewis Moody last night. Obviously, for an auction prize for him. He's going
That was at
down to
Tooker's,
the
isn't it?
North Pole. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what they're doing, but
Get knocked out. That's what normally Lewis does when he
Yeah,
turns
yeah.
up the place.
he's
Get
probably
kicked to the
going
balls and knock himself
wrestle
out.
a polar bear or something. But yeah, there's a group of them going. I think there was 11 of them that are going down there for his foundation.
Is this like a challenge or a holiday?
Yeah, challenge.
Oh, really?
You don't really go on
So
holidays
fair
in
play
North
to
Pole.
I went on holiday to North Pole 2 years ago. Not the North Pole, but to the
Very middle
polar.
class. Did
It
you?
was absolutely amazing.
Was it during
Northern
an
Sweden.
icebreaker for the
It was
chaps?
Northern Lights. It was husky sledding. It was fishing for Arctic chard. I can't remember what else we did, but it was amazing.
I bet it was.
Yeah, super stuff.
Where'd you put that through? Like, did you wear all like explorers outfits?
Rang a little
when you-
bell and someone delivered it on a platter. Your first retired Christmas.
Yeah, unbelievable.
And are you therefore going to go hard at the turkey? What are you going to do this year that you've never done before?
I've really stitched myself up because I think. Do you remember years ago, Rio Ferdinand tweeted about around Christmas time, going, "Oh, give spare a thought for us footballers having to play on Christmas Day," and then obviously everyone was like,
My
"What are
heart
you
bleeds,
talking about,
yeah.
please, for your 500 grand a week contract?"
£90,000 for the afternoon
Yeah,
work.
yeah. So obviously so I would never. Turn my nose up at doing that, but obviously for the first time, you used to have to train on Christmas Eve, get half a day, get Christmas Day, not be able to drink, play Boxing Day, or if you were lucky, you play the day after Boxing Day. So you might have a couple of drinks, but really not that professional. So you couldn't ever go overindulge. When Boxing Day at home, sometimes they had the full all-day spread.
Yeah.
You know, the cold meats, the sausage rolls, the cocktail sausages, the breads, the cheeses, the assortment. The only time you'd ever eat a Yuletide log, Christmas cake. So I,
there again.
you can't do that. So you'd have to pick and choose. So I think from what I'm looking forward to doing is actually eating for once and relaxing when I want, drinking when I want. The only problem is I've somehow got myself embroiled in this fighting malarkey, and it means I am technically now still a professional. So I've got obviously a bit of time
till
for Christmas.
March. Surely
no,
you
but
can...
I've got some time off over Christmas, but not much. So the fear of how hard they train me is putting me off going too mad. I haven't done any Christmas dinners, any Christmas. I haven't even had a mince pie actually, which is mortifying because I absolutely love a mince pie.
How was the early lunch?
It was lovely.
Can we go anywhere on that or not? All that classified information.
No. What do you want to know?
Crackers, carols, bit of a sing-song around the fire.
No.
Good wine.
Didn't drink actually.
Why not?
Because I had to do mood dusters thing, so I had to drive to Twickenham after. So
That's tiresome.
Well, was that the free special one we talked about last year?
no, so this is the other one, the family lunch. So
Yep.
there would have been
The firm gathering.
yeah. How many tables? I think 7 tables. So it must be about 70 of us there.
Is that right?
Yeah, and then the kiddies have their own little one in there.
Good.
Do you find yourself upgrading every year, getting closer to the main table, or are you off out the back? How does that work?
Is there a promotion and relegation
Yeah, that's
based,
what I
on,
mean.
don't know.
based on the year's performance?
Yeah.
Because if there is, I imagine you're pretty much sitting on the right hand of Her Majesty. aren't you?
Because he's revealed secrets. I reckon he's out by the bogs. I reckon he's on the kids'
Well,
table.
trust me, there are one or two others who are out by bogs.
Stop reading papers. Will you?
There are one or two others very much closer to the bogs.
Oh,
than
yes,
Kins.
there are.
Yeah,
Actually,
welcome
very
back to
good
the-
point.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
So
Actually, Kins is sitting on those other naughty royals that we don't talk about.
Yes.
I was on Prince Charles's table. It was lovely.
Really good.
Does he serve his endorsed products at the thing?
No.
Like, does he
Oh,
put
well,
like
the
Dutchy
Dutchy of
biscuits,
Cornwall,
Dutch of Cornwall
delicious.
biscuits,
They
eggs?
are good though, aren't they?
He must do. Does he not put a packet of shortbread out? Prince of Wales shortbread, or, or
No, I always
Duchess
think
of
it'd be a
Cornwall?
great sponsorship for Zara, but it's just not.
It's not coming.
off. No.
I love a
Do
shortbread.
you do Secret Santa?
Not on that day, no.
I'd love to do Secret Santa.
What would you get the Queen if you drew her in the hat?
Whatever I got her, I get beheaded for it.
James Haskell's health and
Well,
fitness.
but then,
Yeah, no way.
but then that's normally a good thing for you, because then the
Yes,
rest of it
exactly.
looks okay.
You look quite good and be
Actually,
acceptable
fair,
to look
if
at.
She chopped my head off, I would have peaked. As long as I got my shirt off when I got my head chopped off, I really would have hit the pinnacle. Off with his head! Rig sales through the roof.
That would have been an amazing Guinness Perfect Pour, isn't it? What would you have bought each member of the royal family for their Secret Santa
Yes.
this year? Not sure that we're actually going to do
there,
that.
there would be an awkward one. In
Yes.
Yeah, you
Let's
wouldn't,
move
yeah.
swiftly on to the first Christmas that you can remember, Mike.
Oh, there you go. First Christmas. First Christmas.
What was the
I
best?
can
What was the
remember.
best Christmas present you had as a youngster?
Well, no, I really wanted a Sega Mega Drive, so that's why I remember this Christmas, because I really wanted one. And my mum and dad had convinced me that I wasn't getting one, so I literally spent most of it crying because I thought they hadn't bought me one. And then they did some really fancy packing into a box that didn't look like what a Sega Mega Drive would be in. They were very good at that, my mum and dad, actually. My brother wanted a really smart pair of Nike trainers once, and they'd bought, like, you remember when you used to go to, it wasn't Costco back then, but Costco, and you could buy like 100 bags of crisps in a huge box.
Yes.
So they'd bought those, emptied all the crisps, and then put his trainers in there, and then put another box in there around it. So he had to like delve
I
in
love
and
it,
get through
the
it. And they
tension.
did the same with my Sega Mega Drive. They bought this. There was this huge box. I'm like, well, that's not a Sega Mega Drive. And by the time I opened about 5 boxes, then the Mega Drive was in there.
With Sonic.
With Sonic, it had Rambo as well. First Blood
Imagine the
in there as well.
mistake you make, though. You start slagging off your parents, getting really upset, causing a tantrum when they got it. In the end, how guilty you'd feel.
Yeah.
Christmas ruined.
Yes.
That would be not great.
First Christmas.
Um,
I bet you were a slightly sort of tempestuous, overexcited child.
No. Oh, yeah.
5 a.m. up, get up.
Yes,
and,
100%. I absolutely love Christmas. I was
What
always
E
up.
numbers?
no, I wasn't like that. I was, due to some of my medical issues, I wasn't allowed to eat E numbers. After that child disappeared and that animal came back in half, I wasn't allowed to have that anymore.
Yes.
I remember my, excuse me, get emotional. No, I remember my first Christmas was, I remember coming. We never went to church, but we went to the old Chris Dingle service. So I remember carrying the orange with a candle, and eating all the sweets that came in it.
Yeah.
You know with the religion they lull you in, don't they? They're like,
Yeah.
oh, do you love God? You're like, yes, and like have a Diet Coke or have an orange with sweets in it. So I was like, oh, I absolutely love God. And they were like, thanks very much for eating that. And then I remember getting back to the house, and my mum said that she could see Santa flying across the house. I think it was a plane, but you bought into that.
Yeah.
Then I go to bed, and I woke up, and there was footprints on the carpet in what looked like snow. There was a bite in the mince pie. There was a broken glass. Like Santa had broken. There was a carrot with tooth marks in it from a reindeer, which is quite impressive.
That's quite good.
I don't know how they got that.
Did you do that?
I did. I did. Yeah.
The dog was choking the next day on some carrot.
One of my you know us middle class like to stick together. One of my cousins has teeth like a rat, so they probably the other
Genetics are strong in the teeth.
Yeah, very much.
Exactly.
Yeah, when you're marrying your cousins, you know all about that. There's probably a bloke outside Saffron Walden who looks like he's swallowing a bullcock or whatever it is. Yeah.
Good, yeah.
And so anyway, so I remember that coming down, all the things, and I got given a. This is probably the start of the downfall. A microphone sort of karaoke set thing that you adjust a microphone that had disco lights and you could.
And
sing.
therein you fell in love with the sound of your voice.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. That was it, and I remember that. And one year I remember getting an N64. And I'm getting GoldenEye, and that was the greatest game of all time. And just sitting there so long, playing it for like 9 hours, getting a headache.
We've already discussed GoldenEye on a podcast before.
You know those Chris Dingle oranges with your
Yeah.
Fruits of the World and whatever it was?
Yeah.
I used to have... Well, it comes as a great surprise. I used to have the old bowl haircut, proper bowl.
Yeah,
like
no doubt.
Proper,
Yeah, of course you- of course
robust
you-
bowl
Yeah,
haircut.
yeah.
Cut just above the eyebrows. And at the age of 7, I got so excited by my Chris Dingle orange that I sort of looked into it and the bowl went up in flames. So I burnt kind of into my hair like that. Yeah, burnt hair. My God, that smells for 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 days.
Yeah, but I mean, you probably were instantly more popular with the girls at that age. Yeah.
I burnt in curtains.
Yeah.
you accidentally became fashionable.
And a trim down on those eyebrows.
And that's the night he lost his virginity.
Yeah.
Well, 7. So
Little trim down on
You didn't lose it at 7, amateur.
Yeah. Who is Bobby Bear?
Oh, that was my. Yeah.
Was Bobby Bear a Christmas gift?
No.
It says.
So I when I was born, someone gave me Bobby Bear that I used to have, and I had something called a muzzy. I think that muslin blanket. I don't, muzzy. Yes, I had a muzzy and I had Bobby Bear.
You'll know a lot about those when the children roll along.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, here he is, MMA fighter. Tell us more about your muslin and your Bobby Bear.
Tough. I'm tough, and also sensitive. That's
Whoever
what I like.
fights this guy is unlucky.
Yeah. If I smother them with the muslin. But I had a muzzy and I had this Bobby Bear, and basically it wasn't a Christmas present, but I had him all the time and he was brilliant. And then I went to a flight to Portugal once, and I think it was 15 at the time, and I lost him. Never saw it. I wasn't really 15. I was like
So
8.
that's where the mental issues came.
Yeah, and I cried,
story.
I cried, and then someone told me that because he was found, he'd just been incinerated. Which really pushed me over the edge. And I've been aggressive and angry and bitter ever since.
Did, as a player, anyone ever overcook it on Christmas Day and turn up for a Boxing Day game?
Yes.
Name names.
Rhymes with Reverie Rota. if you know that.
Yeah, I can work that bit out.
If you work that out.
I think we talked about this on last year's pod.
Did we?
I'm sure Trevor Leota came up.
Yeah.
Christmas last year?
I don't know, but I mean, I remember one. Obviously, when I was full team bin juice and I couldn't get in, you had to do fitness on Boxing Day, so you started to come in and train. And I remember people were steaming and people like running around, and then I had to do fitness afterwards.
Did Reverie Rota, whoever that might be,
yeah.
play off the back of
he did,
some serious sherry action on the Sunday? And play well?
Yeah, of course he did, yeah.
It says here on the script, I'm not quite sure where we're going with this, expand on Christmas stories. Christmas is all about storytelling, has written producer Si. The Elves and the Shoemaker, A Christmas Carol, The Snowman. So here is perhaps the best untold House of Rugby story of 2019. Roll VT.
Hi, I'm producer Si. Now, I know this isn't what you're expecting, but trust me, it's way better. This is about Japan and McDonald's Gate, where James and the lads stitched us up in Hiroshima by leaving us on the streets for the night and then spun the nation a yarn about what happened.
Being the good person that I am, I decided to book rooms for the lads, book rooms for the whole team. But I was told...
That's not really the case, though. I mean, it sounds good, but not as good as this sounds.
Didn't book any hotels for you lads. I booked 3 rooms for us. You could leave your stuff at our rooms. So you kind of, I don't know, I think the park benches in Hiroshima are quite nice. There's a monument you can sleep under.
Wait a minute. That doesn't sound like this.
Checked in, and what I said when I checked in was like, listen, we need some rooms for the lads, can't leave them out in the cold, being the ultimate team player that I am.
The moral of this story is quickly emerging. When you're trying to pull the wool over people's eyes, don't leave voice notes as evidence. Anyway, we were stuck on the streets of Hiroshima after midnight with no available hotel rooms anywhere. Fortunately, though, just as James said on last week's show, he was there for us.
I don't know how we're going to make this work.
But the good news is, we're all grown-ups.
It wasn't great. There's been a little bit of contention in the group, but I feel like we've come together again now.
So I apologise to you.
Yeah, Si did. But the best thing was that Si apologised for messing up, and
I was like, get this microphone to work. It's a fucking lie.
Fortunately, Mike, this microphone works. Of course I wouldn't apologise for being left on the street. Why would I? Anyway, the next morning, someone was feeling very guilty.
How are you? How did you survive? I'm sorry. We just got back to Tokyo now. Let me know.
Of course, it's all been forgotten now, and we're back to being great friends. But even so, it was lovely to get this voice note from James to underline how bad he felt for leaving us on the streets of Hiroshima and then lying about it on Britain's biggest sports podcast.
That's always to stitch you up.
Winston Churchill once said that a lie travels halfway around the world before the truth has time to pull its pants up. I'm pretty sure he also said revenge was a dish best served cold. Anyway, time to hand you back to Alex and your regular programming. Oh no, wait. Just one for Hiroshima City.
I'm in the WhatsApp group trying to furiously scroll back to...
because honest to God.
Clean bold?
Yeah, honest to God, that with some clever editing and some stitch up, I 100%, and I tell you because you two were witnesses, we did try and get rooms for them and they said they couldn't, they wouldn't cover it.
James Cat's out the bag. You fucked them.
Yeah. Fuck off. Welcome to the James Haskell show. I can't find it. Mate, you're a disgrace.
No,
you're a disgrace.
I honestly said to them,
We said to you that night, I can't believe what you're doing to him.
Yeah.
Mate, I've got a WhatsApp group, I've got evidence, and we're going to do our own mockumentary of this absolute disgrace. And also, that was Si's last show at Joe. I'd like to thank him for everything he's done. He's a lovely chap, and he's worked very, very hard. Shock, he was in a denim shirt.
The only
Definitely
downside to that and the House of Rugby is generally the rigatonies on this show are quite good, and then that's just dropped the ratings by at least.
Yeah,
definitely using an autocue as well. What I would give for a...
No, but to be fair though,
he was so natural,
wasn't he?
He's
got a great voice for it.
That's so natural how he reads from a dummy card.
No, but actually, I like Si's, but I would hear that and enjoy that.
Well put.
He was very well put together.
Well played, Si.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost like I've turned up to a knife fight with a pencil, and and he appears to have turned up with a bazooka.
We were basically included in it.
Yeah, I don't understand how you two have got away with it.
Yeah, it was, because we were very good about it, and we tried very hard to make things come back together.
I honest to God said, we'll get you rooms, and they said that we can't, that some of the lads on the bar bench couldn't afford it.
Well, clearly you didn't.
No, well I did, but that's editing. That's editing. That's clever editing.
When are you going to figure out that voice notes are bad things?
I just can't bother to
you
write
love a voice
but I've got evidence. I'm coming back
Work
to this.
to be done.
On Rouse of Rugby, my separate show that I'm going to develop. The Truth, I'm going to call it.
Japan 2019. Where in everything that we've done this year, where is Japan 2019 as a...
I think it's up there at the top.
It's the best. It's the greatest.
Just to spend 3 weeks with you guys was amazing.
But do you know what it did? The wheels fell off, didn't it? Like
10 days, and then I went to some luxury.
Tins dropped just like a hot. Then my wife came out, and then you were sort of wandering around, just drunk.
Aimlessly going,
Where
are you from?
And your mate was even poshing you, Tom. Yes, no. No, we are dribbling so posh.
175 pubs.
And I went, you own 175 pubs. He went, actually, 195. I was like, sorry, Tom. Apologise.
When you reflect on England's performance at Japan 2019...
I like the way you've pulled it back to script.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, I didn't actually quite know where to go. Where do you know if I did something with Jamie George, Carl Sinclair and Elliot Daly?
Yes.
What do we make of Sinclair? I don't remember anything. Well, was that just him
I'm not that surprised, given what happened to him and the way that he was...
The glancing blow.
Well, he doesn't remember anything.
Well, he did say that it wasn't the most glorious way to check out, but it was a proper checkout.
Yeah, he was dust.
But they are... So this is the question at the end. So we did this event, and the pain is really tangible for all three of them.
Yeah.
And I just wonder what you guys would say now to those fellas. How do they get over it? How do they move on? How do?
Well, the closest I ever got to a World Cup final was being in Japan, just being in that location. So I can't say I've ever felt I've lost in a final before, but not lost on that stage. I just think they did brilliantly well, and I think I know it's going to be really painful because to get to that shot, and it's such a rarity and such a thing only like Mike's experienced the guys in 2007, but they fell short. I just think over time they should understand that they've achieved something, you know, pretty special getting there. They got beaten by South Africa fair and square. South Africa dominated. They did well. You know, they took away one of England's weapons for whatever reason. Again, I've not looked at, because I left straight away and went into the jungle essentially and came back. I didn't see the fallout. I didn't even know that some coaches had left their roles until I tried to catch up on all the news. And I just think that you know, South Africa just were better than us on the day. I just don't think they carried better. They just did everything better. The scrum, when they took that weapon away, again, was there a massive fallout about the interpretation of the scrum? Was there any of that?
Not really.
No. Well then, you know, if you can't blame the referee,
what can you do?
You have to
just
take
have to
accept that you've got work to do. But they will be disappointed. But look, the season started again. Everyone's stuck into it. I mean, you know, when I left, Saracens had just been docked 800,000 points or whatever, and that was the big news. And I think it moves on quite quickly. But I think if you're in it, perhaps doesn't move in as quickly as you want to. But as soon as the England games start again and Eddie's situation gets sorted, which I think is completely insane, that there's even a delay on all that kind of stuff, and they're trying to.
Well,
put
they've got time. They're not in a hurry.
No, but
They've got 2 years.
but I think they're trying to. Someone told me about this nonsense again. It could be fake news. I was reading about it in the paper, so it's probably 90% bullshit. I just think with, you know, trying to put a director of rugby in with Eddie as well is just madness. He doesn't need that. He just needs to just pay him and let him get on. But I think the lads did brilliantly well.
No, a director of rugby, because Eddie's a hands-on coach. A director who deals with the RFU, so he doesn't have to deal with that.
I know, but I just don't think he wants to have any more hassle. Doesn't want to answer to anyone.
No, it's obviously going to have a little bit of change because we're going to, with the couple of guys that have left the coaching staff, if Borthos leaves as well, obviously.
Do you think it will go?
I don't know, but I'm not entirely sure. There's rumours, but I'm not entirely sure why the hell you'd want to go to Leicester. But if he ends up there.
Well, I mean, if you're ever going to take over at Leicester, this is about the right time to do it.
Well, no, because you've still got to get rid of the board first.
True. If you ever want to go to Leicester, this is not the right time to do it.
The problem is with Leicester is the board. But whether that's true or not, I don't know. It's hearsay.
Wearing your Leicester colours, as you are.
Yeah, I love Leicester. But yeah, look, I think with coaches, it's not a bad thing because I think that those players, as Hask said, they're going to get burnt from it. They were the best team in the World Cup for the majority of the World Cup. They were just not the best team on one day.
Yeah.
They should go home very proud of themselves. As a nation, we should be very proud of them because the way they played against Australia, against New Zealand, and if they'd have had to play every game and they'd have gone through and beaten Argentina, France, Australia, New Zealand, and then beaten South Africa and won it. No one's ever done 5 tier 1s and then won it. You look at South Africa, they only had to beat 2 tier 1s. Well, 1.
Classifying Wales as one of those?
No,
or? No.
Okay.
And so we begin the new year.
There we start again. Ireland was 2019. It's Wales we're breaking up in 2020.
Ironically, England should have played more like Wales in that final, and they might have stayed in it.
I do think Mike, you know, is massively right on that point that they have achieved something very special. They were the best team, and that they did so well. But also, I think the manner in which they did it. You know, when I was lucky enough to go into camp and sit, they were positive, they were energetic, there was no dramas, everyone behaved themselves, they put their best foot forward, they excited the nation. I thought everybody back here, the fans, were rational for once.
Yeah.
There was none of that is coming home, any of this stuff. Even when we beat New Zealand, there was. You know,
well, there was a bit.
There was a bit. I mean, when we were in that bar and everyone was just seeing all those Kiwis' faces, I was a bit like, guys, you have just beaten the best team in the world. This is quite a rarity, but we did it in such a good fashion. But I think you're exactly right. They just got beaten by a better side on that particular day, and that's all you need. All it comes down to is one game, and everyone forgets all the rest.
Yeah.
For you, that was very nicely put, actually. I hope that makes those involved feel a small bit better. Just this retirement thing, it's been a hell of a year for you, actually, isn't it?
It's been madness, really. Obviously, I retired. Sorry, it was
that's all right. I like a little footsie.
It was a bit footsie.
It was, yeah. It's been madness. You know, retiring, not when I wanted to. You know, not going to the World Cup. Obviously, probably would never have gone and got selected. But the thought of it, the chance of it, you know, doing kind of I'm a Celeb. You know, having the kind of being to 8-9 countries in that 4-month period, travelling all over the place, going to weddings for the first time. You know, kind of relaxing, being able to choose weekends, getting into signing for Bellator, House of Rugby, going to Japan, spending 3 weeks with you two, having the most fun. I thought all the live shows we did, you know, getting to explore, I think is probably the best city in the world behind London.
It is amazing.
It was such a great. Us sitting down and just getting to chat. You know, I think we now, you know, it's the very first Christmas, obviously retired, so the freedom that the wheels are off within within reason. I don't have to plan anything. I've just got to make sure that I'm back in to shoot fighters at a certain time. Obviously, because I can't delay it too long. But actually, I'm going to be able to wake up on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, the day after, have no fears about playing. And I think it's very exciting. And I've come to terms with it, actually. And do you know what? I'll be completely honest with you. I don't really ever feel like I was a rugby player.
Is that right?
Really weird, yeah. I don't. Since I went into Japan and I left, I've had absolutely nothing to do with rugby. Nothing. Not one. I mean, I've tried to. Because obviously I had no phone. So when I got back, I started following it. Great to see Northampton top of the Premiership table. Obviously not going so well in Europe, but obviously playing Leinster. Great to see people. I didn't even know Wasps down at 10th. Leicester not doing very well. Yeah. Saracens being relegated. Bristol Bears signing everybody. Yeah. People talk about Carl Sinker on 500 grand. George Ford re-signed for 600 grand. I was like, damn.
See that is madness.
I was just going to say very
about
quickly.
madness on Leicester.
Here's I am.
I was going to say very quickly, welcome to House of Rugby, your go-to venue for all
but
the breaking rugby
but I'll
news
start
and
watching it
powerful insight and
I'll start watching
up
it
to
again.
the minute.
Did we talk about last week? Did we talk about Johnny May and the fact?
Might go back to Gloucester.
No, but why would you keep? No offence to Ben Youngs or whatever, but why would you keep Ben Youngs, who's probably at the let's go to France and make hay?
Yeah.
And your best try scorer, one of the best players for England. Let's let him go.
How do you know who's being paid what? Or does that not even matter? Is that
It
not a
doesn't
factor?
even matter, but surely is your choice of things.
Priorities.
Priorities for Leicester is a pack that gets you back to where you were as Leicester. You've got this back line, so you need a pack. Now, obviously, there's a wage thing within that structure or whatever, but Ben can't be getting paid a small amount of change. Would you be not better looking for a young scrum half who could then come through and take it? I'm just throwing out the
What's
idea.
under the tree at Leicester Town?
Where's Johnny May
that's
going?
the
Is he
thing.
going
Is,
somewhere?
Back to Gloucester,
they're
apparently.
saying because
Is he?
they've asked him to take a pay cut. And
Why would you offer Johnny May a pay cut?
when he's your top try scorer?
I think it's because they think he doesn't know what's going on. They'll just trick him and go, Johnny, do you want less money? Okay.
They use Johnny's
still
line
get to run
against
for-
him. They're
yeah.
like, Johnny, there's no good news, there's no bad news.
Yeah, exactly. It's just news. Yeah.
We're cutting you.
Yeah, Johnny, you've done so well, we're going to give you less money. Does that make sense? I think so. Can I run fast? Yes, you can. Well done, Johnny. Can I kick that ball and run after it? Yeah, you can. Go on then. Yeah, I imagine that's how it works.
Pack down at flanker? No, you cannot.
No, you can't do that
Yeah,
ever
Get
again.
back out wide.
Yeah, I can back that up. Have you ever seen the video clip of me packing down at 8?
No. I thought you used to play 8.
I did.
You should probably know what you're doing then.
Well, no, I was in the era of where you still try and slingshot in.
Oh, yeah.
You remember it now, don't you? And as I've slingshot in, I've shut the two.
Oh,
I've shut the
spinal.
two. Literally off. Had to go off.
Really?
Neck had
Compressed
gone.
your neck?
Yeah. Literally went down.
Slingshot, engage.
Boys and their toys.
It's worth the YouTube, anyone out there?
Shake and bake.
Literally, Huey Edmonds just put that everywhere he could possibly ever get it. He used to play 8.
You need to stay out back with the pretty boys.
Well, I think I'm gonna obviously now get back it now I'm around, get fully back into it. I'm gonna go and watch some teams play.
Are you really?
I am.
When you say go and watch some
Definitely
teams
not.
play,
Yeah,
what's that mean?
I actually want to go and watch Northampton. I'm going to go and watch Harlequins play.
Super.
I haven't been invited to Austin. I'm not sure the owner wants me there. But apart from that,
Are you going to watch Quins?
because I had Robbo and Danny Kerr and
lovely,
Carl
nice.
and just see them and Paul Gustard.
Mates.
Yeah, mates. Rugby friends. Just got to stay in there. Got to keep your nose in. You still having
You could do that from home.
Yeah,
with that thing.
very good. From Northampton. Just put my nose in there.
Get your teeth stuck in again.
Hask knows the right. Just rugby friends.
So if 2019 is a smile, it started well and then we had a bit of a dip.
Yeah,
Are you
yeah.
Back up. Is it a full smile?
100%. But it
like
is
that.
very weird that I just don't. I don't know if you felt this, but I just don't ever feel like I was a rugby player. I don't remember
thing,
playing. I
A lot
don't.
of people would agree.
And it's-
Yeah, well, probably, yeah. But people thought I was doing that, that program faking it. When they did that, they got 3 people. And they picked the wrong person. Let me get on with it.
You did pretty well for that show.
But I did very well. 18 and a half years.
Tour.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Amazing.
Team man.
Yeah.
Proved it, and I proved myself in the jungle.
If only
Team
they'd
man.
strapped
Just
some
a
hat.
combustible team.
If only
No.
they'd stra-
Jungle.
Just
No.
imagine if they'd only strapped a pair of hands to him. He could have even gone.
I could have been
further.
lethal. Could have been unbelievable. That's what I asked Santa for every year, a new pair of hands. He just gave me feet to put on my hands.
Just gave you other mitts,
Yeah.
but nothing inside them, so they were just floppy.
Special hands. Sausage fingers is Ant and Dec. My
How are we going,
friends, my
Si?
TV friends.
Yep, happy?
Good. Mid-trail, he's saying. Please.
It's a mid-trail one.
You're watching the House of Rugby on Joe, together with Guinness.
Still to come. Our Yuletide perfect pour. We've got a secret Santa.
Yes, we do.
And we have more Christmas tales as well. I don't quite know I'm doing it like that, but I quite like a soothing Radio 2 tone to the Christmas special.
No.
Hang on.
Oh.
Please wait. Don't forget, still time to order something from the House of Rugby shop for people you're seeing after Christmas. Go to shop.joe.co.uk.
Was your Christmases a bit like a scene out of Poirot? You know, when he'd go to one of those big houses and there'd just be like log fires.
So I laughs. That's just,
and all like relatives like trying to murder each other. And like
7 minutes ago.
Yeah.
There's table service.
And we've just done
Murray's not here.
mid-thing trail where we can cut it off, right?
Yeah, my Christmas like
but
Poirot.
you know, where you go to an old mansion and there'll be some old relatives all infighting,
go, I live
interbreeding. Fine, sorry. You know, like
Downton Abbey
Yeah,
is
very
called
much
that.
like Downton Abbey, but with a kind of a tinge of sort of interbreeding and things like that.
little
Like
bit,
people
yes.
with ailments.
You've nailed it.
Is it?
Yeah.
And like, you know,
wanna
did
come?
you do weird games like charades and murder? And like, did you have a bit of
Murder in
pudding
the
and
parlour.
there'll be like
Parlour games.
halfpenny in the pudding and all that
They
stuff.
play
and
real life Cluedo.
Yeah.
we do,
Did
yes.
you ever find a ruby in your Christmas pudding because Aunt Mary had passed out after the sherry and dropped it in there?
Yes. Well, no, not because she's done that, just because those are Christmas gifts. Inside the pudding.
So
Gold bullion.
yeah, because when I pull crackers, they've got
diamonds.
crackers. Is that when you pull crackers? Did you have that kind of thing in there?
Yes.
Well, you can't
Pull a
lift.
cracker and you get the County of Dorset.
You can't
That's what I
lift
thought.
the cracker.
Yeah, so I imagine.
It's a bit
Did you-
weighty.
Do you pull it in and there's a little child's hand holding a blood diamond in there? You're like, oh, excellent.
Yeah.
That's what you know.
Yeah.
Aunt Petunia. You know.
Any more?
Do you ever pull a cracker and a blunderbuss comes out or something like that? You know what?
Come after you with a blunderbuss.
Blunderbuss. Yeah. I just wondered. Do they have arranged?
Hey,
Do they
there's
have
more.
arranged marriages at your?
Yeah.
Like, do you have to like marry your cousins? Yeah. Are they stopped all that now because of all the problems?
Pulls a cracker, a dowry falls out.
Yeah, exactly. Do you
Don't
do you-
like it, but I'll take
I
it.
tell you what,
do
your
you
persistence.
fence? Do you fence before or after the Christmas lunch?
No, that's tea, surely.
Is it tea?
Yeah, tea time
High
fencing.
tea fencing.
When do you go and beat the poor people up? Do you let your staff have the day off on Christmas Day, or do you make them slave away? Do you like slap chef or
Yep.
no? Do much?
Don't forget, you can download some of Joe's other programming, including TKO with Carl Frampton and Chris Lloyd, and Liquid Football with Kelly Cates. What are you going to be doing on Christmas Day?
I'm potentially going to be in New York.
Right. Fairy Tale of New York.
Yeah, any good Christmas movie is set in
There's
New York.
another guy.
Elf,
There's another
Home
guy.
Alone.
Who probably.
Home
New
Alone.
York? Is
Yeah,
that New
Home Alone 2's New York.
Okay.
Did we talk?
Miracle on
have we talked-
34th Street.
Have we
Die
talked
Hard?
best?
Is that New York?
Die Hard.
that New
that's LA.
No,
LA.
LA is the first one.
Yeah.
Then the second one is New York.
Yeah.
Die Hard
It's-
with a Vengeance.
It's New
York as well.
Down some. Is that
Yeah,
Die Hard
that-
with a Vengeance?
Yeah.
is New York also.
Yeah. All good Christmas
Jeremy
movies.
was a New York cop.
Yeah.
Cock. Oh, God.
Wait, the one with Dudley Moore as the toy inventor, was that Chris with Father Christmas? Santa Claus, yeah.
The movie.
Santa Claus, the movie.
One of my faves.
Yeah, he's very good. Oh, Dudley.
Where is your go-to
For what?
for Christmas movie? I'm not sure we've done this before, but
Yeah, I don't know.
Mine's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, without a doubt.
Really? Mine's The Grinch or Elf.
Mine,
Elf, actually.
Mine is
outstanding.
Love Actually.
Of course, it is.
Really?
Great.
I
go-to.
don't like that bit with Keira Knightley with the bloke, you know, when he turns up with the signs and she gives him a little
Did
kiss.
you see Boris Johnson's?
Yes. Well, no, I heard about it, but I mean, I just tried to shy away. I voted and then just left him to it.
What is happening at? Where are you going to be? What are you doing this
I'm
year?
at home this year.
Are you? Are you entertaining, or are you just doing a little?
We are flying to Australia on Boxing Day, so.
But there will be armed guards at the house, so don't try and come on the rob.
Little turkey twizzler, or are you going
Full
full
what
hog?
we've done there. Thank you for
that's
protecting
right.
me. But they do shoot to kill.
Release the hounds.
Are you
Two
doing-
Dachshunds come out with asthma.
And we're doing, so we're at home. So we're at home for Christmas.
Turkey twizzlers, turkey in a bag, or the full works?
Well, Ollie Colin actually sent me some pigs in a blanket.
Nice.
Thank you for
Really?
that.
From Jolly
Thank you
Hog?
for the Jolly Hog.
Do you have a 7-bird feast?
Yes.
An ostrich
Have you
stuffed
ever
with a
had?
something with a
Have
something?
you ever had a 7-bird?
Yes.
Have you ever eaten? Right? Do they serve on Christmas Day with you those tiny little French birds that you have to eat under a napkin, and you eat the whole thing?
Yeah. Yes.
Do they
That's a
serve
little
that?
hors d'oeuvre. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's breakfast.
Sums you up. Yeah, fine.
Who cooks in your establishment?
Well, this Christmas, because we're at home, the cooking duties are shared. So
Right.
we're with.
It'll be Mrs. Patmore.
So we're with.
Do you get that?
So there's us.
Yeah.
a laugh then.
Sorry.
So
Say
real.
again,
It's so real.
Yeah, it was very good.
So obviously Pete and Autumn are there, and then Zara's dad. So everyone's got their jobs to do.
Right. And you're on logs.
I'm on.
Well, from the sounds of it, we
Logs and wine.
Stop
I'm
squatting on top of the toilet
yeah.
doing logs.
I'm on supplying the booze, so I'm very good at that. So
Well
that's
done, you.
fine.
Where are you going to do Christmas Day then? If you're in your little Soho house.
No. It's I can't think where we're going. Actually, Chloe's organised it all. But I'm last year I did a turkey.
I'm not telling you because someone might be there.
I did
Trust
a
me,
turkey
I think you're
last
all
year.
right in
I
York.
know, and
You say that,
well,
but, you know.
you say that, but he's already told hello
Global
where he's
icon.
going.
Yeah, of course
Obviously,
I have,
and,
yeah.
and he'll, have
So
it, he'll
I-
conveniently have his top off whilst ice skating.
Have you
in,
sold the rights to your Christmas lunch?
I didn't think that was possible. Is it possible?
Hello, agent.
Hello. Can we sort that out? OKR is available, but we prefer hello. You know what I'm saying?
Have
All
you
right, okay.
have you bought Chloe her present?
Not yet.
Is that a little duty-free number on the way?
Yeah, it will be. Yeah.
Are you going for the usual stocking of the fire extinguisher? Or not?
No, I've improved on the fire extinguisher from our first
You
marriage.
now realise it's
Yeah,
a
I've
thing.
done my Christmas shopping. We are my parents-in-law for Christmas Day, and we're off to Kenya on Boxing Day.
Lovely.
Do you know where Kenya is?
No, I do. Thank you very much.
You're actually looking at
no, because I'm just
completely
imagining
vacant
you going.
expression.
You're going to shoot some rhino or something like that. Going to kill a lion.
No.
Something. You're not
Going-
into that. I thought that's what you
No, I'm going on
sort of
safari
did.
to conserve. the
Are you going to
planet.
wear complete beige with the pockets
I have got
on
a
the
white
side
safari
and
suit.
the pearls of white safari suit?
Like Roger Moore. No
Yes.
one wears a white safari suit, quite like.
Yeah, but
Roger
will you
Moore.
have the hat?
Yes.
Right, fine.
Can I borrow yours?
Will you ride an elephant?
No, that's
Okay.
No. We have sponsored an elephant though.
Really?
Yeah, it's part of going.
Oh, have you?
Yeah,
What's it called?
Let me get back to you on that.
Close sponsorship, was it then?
Not me. My children are very excited. about sponsoring
I'm
an
taking
elephant.
part in the Battersea Dogs Home and Cats lottery, where I pay, I don't know what it is, like £10 a month, or the off chance
Do you
of
pay,
winning
or you
something.
being paid? Is that a new endorsement?
No,
deal
I
off
got
the back
nailed.
of the jungle?
No, I know. I got nailed on the door. You know, I knocked on the door when I was like that, shirt off, standard. Thought that would shock them. Turns out it didn't. And I had to fill in forms, and I'm now sponsoring a Battersea Dog Home.
Called.
I don't get a dog. I just give them the money. They don't give me a dog. I'd like to have like a sausage dog called Alan or something.
I've
that
got
I
a
could-
Dachshund called Sybil.
Have you?
Yeah, rock star. Have you done your Christmas shopping?
Yes, I think I'm pretty much done. I'm quite confused about where I've got to, what I've got, but
Right, good.
I haven't wrapped anything yet. So I think I'm done. I think I'm done, but until I've wrapped, I'm not entirely sure.
I've done nothing.
Well, it's pathetic.
Well, I haven't been here. Christmas is honestly, it's like I just turned up halfway through a month and went, "Oh, it's Christmas." I was like, "Is it? Was it?" I was in a jungle with absolutely no Christmas anywhere. It was. I don't think Christmas in the sun is legitimate anyway. I don't think you can have Christmas unless it's cold and wintry.
I've done it twice in Australia.
Can you do it?
Very weird.
That's what I mean. It's not part. It's
Literally,
Is it
did
shrimps on
have
the barbie?
Shrimps on the
It's
barbie
not cricket.
on
That.
Christmas
Yeah, I
Day.
find that weird.
That's
Yeah,
what I
It's
mean.
very
Not
weird
today.
driving past people's houses in Sydney and them having like full snowmen and everything out front, and it's 35 degrees.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
this
that-
year
it's
it's
just
55 degrees. I mean, it's like
Yeah. You're off to Kenya.
It depends how
yeah,
close.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Exploring.
I might take that bit out actually because I've just basically.
Yeah, you've told them where you're going.
Yeah.
I am.
I don't think anyone's worried
only
about you
going
in
for 20
Kenya.
And I
minutes.
am
I'm going
definitely
against
not
the-
flying.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not flying till the 1st of January.
Yeah. Ivory smuggling? Are you going to do something like that? You're going to bring back an elephant's foot ashtray or something for your
Got one,
relatives?
got one, got one.
Is it true that
Why
when you
is Si laughing?
is it when
Like,
you walk
none
into,
of this is entertaining.
As you walk into a house, is it just like a room of death, like out of Ace Ventura? There's like walrus through the wall, like a hippo, a thing. I imagine your oak panel living room is just a wall of death. White tiger rugs. No.
I'm just not giving any oxygen to this nonsense.
Well, all right.
Quick
Be it in
game.
your head when the RSPCA come round and arrest you.
Quick game. 5 rugby players you'd most like to have a Christmas dinner with.
Oh, Tins, Dozer, Simon Shaw.
This is one fucking big turkey.
That's one big turkey. Who else? Did I say Dylan?
Dylan,
Yeah, Danny Kerr.
friends.
Leonard, Lol, Bolsh,
There's a lot of cash around that table as well.
Pezza, and Catty.
That is old school.
That
That's
is-
an old school deep dive into
Yeah.
a Christmas turkey.
You could have a Norse off. Because I imagine most years you wrote to Santa, "Oh, dear Santa, all the Bath players are ignoring me because I'm a little weasel. Can I please have a Christmas dinner?" Who would you have had with you?
Stephen Jones, John Inverdale, Stuck. Stuart Barnes,
Yeah. Dowie Morris.
Dowie Morris,
And who's Simo? What's his name?
and Simo.
Yeah.
That would be my 5.
Really?
Yeah.
What about Scott? What about Craig Quinnell? Scott Quinnell. Frank Quinnell.
Scott. But he's way too much fun for it.
What 5 journos would you put up with for a night out?
Oh my God! Do you know what the weird thing is about the journalists? They've lost all power to me. You know, like they used to worry. Like I didn't used to worry, but you used to have to.
You did. You were a fretter. You were a fretter about headlines.
Fretter.
You were a real
Mate,
tizwaz.
Who can I put up with?
Pierre.
Actually, let's not go there. It's the spirit of goodwill and good tidings. Goodwill amongst all men.
Oh, I mean, all right.
Well, no,
we went
obviously
on to it.
you'd fit into this group.
Alex Payne, I
we
can
might
deal
actually
with.
I'm
pick
not a
that.
rugby journalist. Once upon a time,
No,
maybe. But
well,
working with you
technically
two
are.
clowns
No,
has dragged
no.
me right out of
No,
that respected
you've
group.
peaked. So 2019 for you, 2018 has been the biggest career work of your life.
Career-
This is
is
your
that English?
magnum opus.
Do you think?
Well, of course it is. It's like this is your peak. This is as good as you're ever going to get. You were in Sky on Channel 4. I mean, we got more viewers to one of our podcasts live than you got on that Sky program.
In an entire season.
we get
more people in the pub.
You know, we get more viewers
Hello,
or listeners.
Wembley.
We get more viewers and listeners to one podcast than BT Sport get their entire season.
Or hello.
There
O2.
goes your broadcasting career. For the
And
next
what? I don't have a broadcasting career.
Yeah. 5 non-rugby guests. Go.
Ricky Gervais, The Rock.
Kim Kardashian.
No,
That's the angle.
no, I'm not allowed to do that with Claire. We've come a long way
Please
from those
take
days,
that
shall we? Who else? Floyd Mayweather.
Anyone from the jungle?
Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah.
And one more. Who can I put in there? Who would be great fun? Let me think. Jack Whitehall.
Robert Downey Jr.
Oh yeah, great. I panicked. I couldn't think of that.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah. Have you met him? Have you played golf with him?
No, not yet.
Oh shit! I swapped Jack Whitehall for Carl Cox. Sorry.
Yeah.
You've got to love him with golf.
I love Carl Cox.
Superstar DJ. So Samuel L. Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
Bradley Cooper. Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
And
Will Ferrell.
would like to go with Will Ferrell, but I think it'd be too much for me. I'm gonna take another girl, I think, and I'm gonna take Reese Witherspoon.
Strong. I like that.
Did you hear about an American actress that got killed the other day?
No?
Yeah, she got
Bring it back to ho ho.
No, she got
keep it light.
she got stabbed with. It was with a.
Are you playing his game? She got stabbed in the library.
Oh, yeah, no.
with the candlestick.
No, it was that Reese with. She got killed with that.
Killed with a spoon.
Yeah, Reese with the spoon. Don't worry about it. Still gone over
If
your
that
head.
fucking makes the show, I quit.
Is that a promise? Because the producer Si is eager to get in front of the camera now
And
with
he
his
is,
lies.
and we
With
saw
his lies.
And we saw
We see how
Vernon the other day, and he
how
was looking
natural
very
he
good
is
about
at
it.
reading in front of the camera. Love you, producer Si.
Oh shit!
Si, get back in your box, son.
Hello, Antiques Roadshow. What am I doing?
Are you
Si?
gutted that Vernon Gay's got like a board
Just
game?
stop talking. What am I doing? Okay, right.
can get under his skin.
We've got Secret Santa. We've all bought each other a present.
Yes, we
I'm
have.
not sure who's
Can I
bought
just like to say that I haven't bought a present?
who. Have you genuinely not bought a present?
I have brought a present, but I got producer side to go get me.
Right. Okay. We've got a Father Christmas to bring in our presents.
Have you?
He's never seen me. He's never seen me in civvies before. So if I do this, you might not recognise him.
Can we
Black
please
sack
welcome
of
in our
love.
Father Christmas? Where's our Father Christmas coming from? Hold on tight, everybody.
Oh, he's clumping along.
He's wearing some very heavy footwear.
If he's wearing a denim shirt, it's Si in a bad disguise.
What
Okay,
an
on the
amazing
cue.
outfit.
Happy Christmas to our
is this?
Secret Santa. How do you not
both.
put the...
Ah!
Come on in,
God.
what's gone there?
Oh,
also,
Mate, it's
hello,
very
mate.
nice. Happy Christmas.
see
How are
you,
you?
Roman.
Come on in, Roman. Have a seat.
Hello.
We're all
I don't
chopped
even know
up
if I
and
should
fired
say
up.
hi because you said you wanted Caitlyn Jenner on the show.
I probably lead you down the path.
I want
Roman,
you
you
to
go
win.
in. You go in.
I
Have you
want
met
you to
before?
win.
Good to see you.
Well done.
Mate, thank you
I
so
was,
much.
Can you knock over
Have
all
a
the
chair.
props?
I thought
Roman,
I was
just do
over
this.
all the
Chaos everywhere.
I thought I was seeing you later, and I thought
Absolute
you would never
chaos
listen to
going
this.
on. Roman, you come and have a seat.
Is
I'm
it
going to stand.
fizzing?
You sit in there.
Okay, right. It's
As someone once-
because I'm tagged
as someone
into
once
the
said,
wire. Go round
you
the
were
back.
my favourite.
Come on,
Yes,
emo
exactly.
cousin, get in there. Look at you. Oh my
I'm sort
god.
of quite jealous about
We
this
have-
because there was quite a big bromance that brewed between
We
the
have
two of you.
seriously gone big time as well. Eh? How are you?
What does it
Sorry.
cost to get you on this show off the
A
back
fortune.
of...
Well,
I
what's
wouldn't
good
know
about
why they
that,
said the
Well, it
Christmas
would've
joy
cost
of free
fine.
shows.
Lovely, we've even got a spare
Because
chair.
I thought I was seeing you later, and I just thought
He wants the followers. That's
Are we allowed a drink now as well?
straight
mate?
business.
We are
Really
now
club,
allowed
join
to
the
drink.
show.
It's all straight social. It's all straight social.
You know, he's absolutely done us on the. I've done me on the social. You went in with about 300.
Yeah, 220k. But it wasn't me. It was my mate that runs our Capital account. He's really funny. And we brought him in when I used to do the evening show. And I said to him, I was like, do you want to take it on and do mine whilst I'm in there? And so we took him off Capital entirely just to run mine. And he just rinsed me. Like, literally, like he turned my farts into drum and bass remixes. Apparently that's what bangs.
What I love is the utter disappointment in you that you didn't think of that and you haven't.
I am. I'm honestly listening, going, I can't believe it. I mean, the guy who did mine was great. But he's just got over 1 million.
You've gone from 300k to 1 million.
No, 200 and something k to 1 million. And I've gone up to 500 and something from 300, about 200,000. Might as well bother not doing it. Thanks a lot.
You were never much of a
The
grower.
problem is, if you're a bully,
Very
that's what happens.
Oh, yeah.
Well done, JP's in the house. Have one of those.
Work experience.
Congratulations. How
First
are you?
name on a Roman.
So Hask
1 million.
has been
No,
saying
no,
that
it's
Hask is doing gigs at Battersea Dogs Home off the back of Love Island. Off the back of I'm a Celebrity, wrong show.
Oh, yeah.
I'm very good at the
not
old
allowed to Love
cultural
Island.
TV. But how's life been for you?
It's been pretty mental. I thought, I saw Hask was one of the first people I can remember seeing when I came out on the final day, because it was like I just went into complete panic stations. It finally, like, you see everyone and you come out and everyone's dressed up in their nice clobber and their proper garms. They smell good, and you're like, have I died? Is this the final scene in Lost? What is going on?
Roll credits.
Yeah, because it's weird, man. It's weird. Like 10 minutes before, you're disgusting. You're showering in absolute terrible water, and then all of a sudden,
That's all right.
all of a sudden you're there.
When he was leaving, there were tears in your eyes. Were they
Big
just
time.
of pure joy?
Like, yeah, I didn't want to say it. I just knew I hadn't cried much in the series, so I got Caitlin's tweezers. And I was just pulling.
The art of acting by Joey
Yeah.
Tribbiani.
No,
I
yes,
love it.
exactly.
When I met Chloe on the bridge, I punched myself in the nuts. I was like,
They need this shot for the back pages.
Do you know what it was? It was like, it's really hard in there to be able to kind of tell your proper emotions and what you're feeling, because you don't know how many people you're going to affect.
Yeah.
If I sat in the middle of the group and said, I'm feeling really down today, I don't want to bring other people down. And then he would always, the lunk would always come over to me, and he would always come over and he'd say, "Where's Roman gone? Where's Roman gone?" And then I'd be like, "Fine, let's talk about it." And I'd talk to him. I'd say, why I'm feeling sad, or if I'm worried about home or anything like that. And it comes as obviously they've never showed a lot of that. And I remember it was the day before you left. I had a massive wobble, and I remember we were sat on your bed, and then we were just talking it out. And then when you went, I just all of a sudden I looked around. I've gone, I ain't got no one that I can talk to. Like, how am I gonna stay here?
Yeah.
So it was like, and then I think and that was 5 minutes. I got over it. It's like,
got
It's a bit like that. It's quite
got 500,000 viewers. Took the tweets down, carried on.
Self-punched myself in the face.
yeah, but no, it's tough, man, because people become your family, and they didn't having watched it back, I think seeing everything and seeing, just I haven't seen the whole thing, but I've seen parts of it, and you don't see James is the first person up in the morning. He's going out, he's getting water, he's doing the gas, he's getting out, he's going to each person's bunk. I'll just remember, how are we, gang? Is everyone feeling good? Is everyone feeling good? Like, you know what I mean?
And the immediate response, fuck off, Hask.
Yeah. But you know,
I like to think we were quite Mr. Miyagi in the way that we trained him throughout the course of Japan. One thing
Not
I did
that we're
want
going to take full credit for it. But
fair amount, I think. You'd hand that over, wouldn't you? Nice James. Nice James was created, cultivated, and grown in Japan.
I genuinely said this. I don't know if I can't remember if I said it on last week's show. I've had too many bangs to the face this week. But I think when I went into the show, it was quite nice because I said that when I've had some teammates who had some problems and stuff like that, I think I said about Kieran and Mile, and I was gutted that he didn't come and speak to me, or people haven't spoken to me subsequently about the problem. So I realised that I was probably not the most approachable person. I kind of was quite... people worried I might take the piss or whatever. So when I went into the jungle, genuinely nobody in there had any idea who I was, and I didn't know anything about rugby. So the topic of conversation didn't turn around to about me. So I could be who I wanted to be, and I was like, I want to be nice, I want to support people. I found a set of people that I really got on with, but I actually found a role that fitted in quite nicely. And what we talked about, actually, it was nice to put it into practice. And do you know what? For once, I know people always talk about me talking about myself, but it was so nice just to ask. And I remember having this conversation with Roman and just being like really inspired by what he's done, and listening to, Jacqueline's story and like Miles' story. And it was so nice just to hear about what these people achieved. And I generally would come out of it going, oh my God, this is so impressive. You can do this stuff for your life, especially as I'm in a point of transition myself. It was just really inspiring to have those kind of conversations and meet people.
And the fact that his dad was in EastEnders.
Yeah, exactly.
That was so embarrassing.
Did you have any idea who he was when you went in?
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
I just knew. All I knew was
Brand Hask?
No, all I knew was I had seen in the past, from where I'm from, like all my mates, big rugby fans at school and stuff like that. So obviously we knew about the red cap and all those types of things. But I'd mostly just seen your highlights of you fighting people.
You said that.
People upsetting him when he squirted with water.
Yeah. But I genuinely thought, like, when I knew the lineup, I was like, because you kind of work it out. I was like, Ian Wright and James Haskell, that's going to be a problem. I was like, it's going to be a problem. Because I thought you got two opinionated people in there. But then as soon as the second we got there, I couldn't be further from the truth. They were like best mates. Yeah. James, to be fair to James is the only person that could, say to Ian and whatever he wanted and pull him out of like any slumps that he had. So it was an amazing thing to see. It was so nice. But one thing was quite tough is that James, Ian, and Andrew in the beginning, you guys that ended quickly. You guys, you formed quite the bromance.
Yeah.
So you were in Snake Rock and we were in the main camp, me and Miles. So as soon as you came over into the main camp, it was like being back at school and how I was at school.
3 alpha egos have just walked through the door.
But when I was at school, the only thing I could do in that point is just jump in and then just start rinsing them straight away and like just try and get into that as deep as possible. So just called him noodle arms for the first day and a half, and it was good.
That's simplicity.
If you knew anything about his career, you had so much that you could go at him.
But it was like that because Roman did brilliant impressions. Like I don't think you appreciate like where some people came unstuck was that because you're sitting around, you're bored, you're tired, you're hungry. You want to have surface conversation. Like you want to delve into some bits. And there were some really incredible conversations about gender and LGBT and male mental health and all this kind of stuff that didn't necessarily get aired. But Roman genuinely kept us alive with the questions. He would just get into me, and the one thing I didn't want to do was do what we do in a locker room and take the piss out of anyone because people in the real world are much more sensitive. They don't have that kind of abuse. So it was day one when he turned up in a boat and he was wearing salmon trousers, right? Salmon trousers and white shirt.
Statement trousers.
We were like that, going, straight. We were going, oh my God, he's really burnt his legs. Like getting into him, like, oh, it's terrible summer that he's wearing a pair of salmon trousers. Is he? That's brave. And I saw, as he's waving past, we were waving going, salmon trousers, interesting choice.
Thing is, Hask got jealous of the rig quite early.
I did.
That was the problem. Because Nadine Coyle, she gave me like a kind of backhanded compliment. I didn't quite know how to take it. She was like, you've got one of those European bodies.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
What's the definition of that?
European body, yeah. Edgy kind of tattoos.
Does that mean skinny ripped?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know how to feel about that.
Imagine an Italian man arriving on a vestibule with shirt.
Yeah. But I was for a while. I was CEO of Rig City, and then it's I've come. Just before he left, he was president.
Yeah, it was. Well, we did. We
Silverback
We
arrived.
bonded over training.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
actually took me through some training sessions and everything else like that. When I was so weak, I was like, and I think these boys lasted kind of longer than I would. And they were looking at me. I just couldn't do anything. And the next day, he'd do one dumbbell pull up and he'd be like,
Yeah.
he'd be like- I'm like. I did tell you, didn't I? He's like,
Yeah.
you should just do a bit of abs. And he's mad on training as well. They didn't show any of it, but we had kind of this weird jungle setup. But he
I
took me
thought
through
they
some
would
abs
show
circuit.
the training because they
Mate, it
went
was so
at,
funny.
at the start.
Romance material.
But at the start, they went through the gym and showed the dumbbells and everything. And I was like, oh, it's gonna be lots of shots of Hask doing like bench or guns.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was so
From
ridiculous.
guns to showers.
But
Guns in the shower. I thought it was going to be.
That's what I was thinking. Like, because I arrived in main camp first, right, and I knew that you were coming, so I was like, James is going to love this. It's a full kind of like jungle gym type setup, but to be fair, there was like a funnel web spider that's right next to the bench that could jump out. Anyway, so I was like, oh, he's going to love this. Come like a week and a half in, I'm going, I did not expect this is what I'd see in the gym every day. Literally, it was Hask holding 1 kg dumbbells facing Caitlyn Jenner about a foot away.
Shoulder
with
rehab.
Caitlyn, shoulders all day.
Shoulder rehab for a golf
He was
swing.
just-
Pilates.
Honestly, he was
Swimmers.
just Caitlyn Jenner's rehabilitation doctor.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whole time.
Well, she just would hit me if I didn't help her.
Yeah.
Get down there. I was like, we're going to work out. I was like, I don't want to, Caitlin. I can't. I feel my arms. Well, you've got to work out. Today's the day to be great.
She's a machine. She's a
Honestly,
machine.
she would train the whole time.
You have very kindly got a role to perform
Yes,
tonight. You
I
have
do.
come with a big sack.
Yes, a very big sack. Well,
He was
So,
in the
a
jungle
little
for a long
present for
time.
James.
to be fair, if it was Miles delivering it, it'd be much bigger.
Oh, you know that?
This is very true.
Oh, is that from me? Is that from? This is from me. That's from me to Tins.
Oh, okay. Here you go. Who's the
That
Lord?
is a picture.
Oh, that's the, no, that's from me to Tins. I don't, who's that? Who?
That's-
You've got two.
got
Both of those
two.
are yours.
Right.
That's from me to you.
Right.
That is
That
from
is
me
the
to Tins as
I'm
well.
very, I'm very
two
surprised you
presents
managed to
from me.
afford to get you on this show.
Who says I'm doing it for a fee? Who says I'm doing it for a fee?
Because you're straight business, mate.
Have you not seen him? He's got a million followers. He's
Yeah,
fucking making money
that's
out.
what I mean.
That's horrendous.
Is this your new handwriting?
Yeah.
Been away in the
Is
jungle
that,
for a
is that
long
not how you
time.
do your E's?
Yeah.
The writing is like that. Lord, you can go first.
Well, clearly.
So we're unwrapping our Christmas. These are Secret Santas.
Yeah. Delivered by
this
Roman
is from
Kemp.
me to you. Delivered by Roman Kemp. This
Well,
is
this-
from me. This is now
Is this
mine
allowed?
has come.
Is this allowed to be on?
Yeah, this is from me to you. It's a little assortment to help you into a better state in 2020.
A better stay.
Trust me,
what's been
there is a
happening?
lot of work to be done on the Lord. Nice
Okay.
wrapping paper.
Wow.
Am I allowed to open it because it's?
Might not be.
Is it a controversial brand?
No, given what 29 has been,
Yeah. You need that. 'cause
it's
you-
the finest
that's good,
non-alcoholic
He's got a
beverage
few,
that you can drink
he's
right
got
now.
a bottle
There should be
from-
something else in there as well.
I see.
Have a little rummage deeper.
Nasal strips. Excellent.
help.
I was literally just listening, and you are like,
No,
Yeah, but
no.
easy.
The question was asked, who is the heavy breather? And the public has spoken. Okay.
I was heavy breathing.
I'll
I
take
do
it.
heavy breathing.
We've got 60 there, so that gets us to the end of the series. Hold it up for the camera so people at home can see
What?
your nasal strips.
You know, Miles couldn't sit near me when I ate food in the jungle.
Do you
Yeah.
remember Robbie Fowler, 96, 97, Liverpool days? Used to
Yeah,
bring him over.
yeah.
Exactly.
Lovely.
So that opens up your nasal passages. So the viewers at home and listeners.
it's the very
Yeah, Robbie
thoughtful.
would be proud.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything else? No?
Bits and bobs. Have it open the other one as well.
Oh, me and Tad.
Oh, that's
Furlong.
what-
Tad
You
Furlong
look
with
good
the
in that.
bird.
He plays for Ireland, and I.
Yeah.
No,
His
he
actual
d-
name
he
is-
Is that
clearly
you in the
does.
background, Tins?
And he, I can't pronounce his
His name is Tig Furlong. He's one of the finest players in the world right now, and the House of Rugby can't seem to get his
Ty.
name right.
Ty Furlong.
Ty Furlong.
What
Yeah,
position is he?
but He's
Basically, it's
he'll be supposed to
T-A. How would you say T-A-D-H?
No, TADGH.
D-D-H.
T-A-D.
Tag.
T-A-D.
GH.
T-A-G-D.
Yeah. TADGH.
T-A-D-G-H.
Yeah. How do you pronounce
How do you
that?
pronounce that?
Taj.
Yeah.
Tag.
It's not.
Tag.
Tag.
That's Ty.
Tig.
Tig.
Tag.
Ty.
Right, put Tig on the because he can go onto the Wall of Fame behind us.
By the way, can I say something? Does that look anything like me?
So we're currently looking
Who's
at the photo.
drawn that?
The,
Well, he's got more hair. That's a problem.
And that's Roman Kemp finishing the show. Thank you so much, Roman. Go back to your little show on Capital.
right, Hoffleberries, in you go.
Right, I got a card.
Thank you very much, by the way, Alex.
Dearest
Well, I'm not
James,
entirely sure that I'd expect
Well,
a little bit more kind of
Yeah.
dearest James, all
nasal
the
strips,
best.
not
I feel
alcoholic
like-
bear and a lovely photo.
Dearest James, all the best for this festive period. Love, Lord Michael Tindall. Lovely.
Lovely, super.
Christmas wishes.
Oh, what's this?
There's a box of testicles.
Is it?
Yeah, you have to eat them all. There is an assortment.
It's like being at public school again.
An assortment of farmyard testicles.
What is that?
I don't know. But
Tonight love from
Spicy mustard.
It's a curry ball.
it's a what ball?
It's a curry
curry
ball.
ball. Oh,
Sorry, they replicated my balls.
is that what it's doing?
Spicy.
Wow. You really have done well. Look at the rig was prepared there, wasn't it? It's not great, is it?
That's some rigatoni pasta, that
That
one,
is,
yeah.
but no, it's not great. It's a bit bloated and sort of, you know.
It's all the oil.
It's
Show us
almost
the
there.
camera.
Look at
It's lighting in
you'd
oil.
like that emo bands.
Oh, very good.
Just to show that, because Roman's like, he's like my emo cousin, you know, like the weird sort of over-emotional cousin, got an earring, into music, European body. Jacqueline was like my little sister and Miles was like my little brother. And then we had a weird emo cousin who turns in with a hoodie on plus plays indie music. Very much like he turned up with a Christmas hat on.
Yeah, it was like that.
Very much like that.
Dressed all in
I
black.
love the fact Tins has given Hask a photo of Hask for Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically the perfect present.
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
Or a mirror.
Yeah.
That's going on his bedside table.
It's a
A
shame
mirror
it-
and a microphone.
Alex from James.
He's actually done.
Have
him
you
in the
actually
eye as well.
purchased this?
Yeah, of course I've flipping have.
Or do you send someone out to get it for
No,
you?
no. Well, I always send someone out to get something for me. You've got to have a runner, haven't you? No, I did get it. I went out and got it today.
There's been an underwhelming flavour to the
Yeah.
Christmas presents.
Yeah, we spent all the budget on Roman. We couldn't fucking. There's no money left for presents.
I don't know what you think. What do you think I am?
You.
Coming here for free.
Have you?
Yeah.
Fuck me, I
Have
to
you
buy-
really?
Have you
Yeah.
really?
Right,
Shut up.
Can you tell him to do a bit more of that? Because
Yeah.
frankly, at the moment,
Well, there must be some sort of tax break. This must be a charity gig, isn't it? Yeah.
you fucking penis.
Oh, lovely. Go on, get it on.
Oh, that's nice.
Get it on.
Is
that tweed?
It's got,
Oh, it's got patches.
It's- yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's a very nice £9.99. The budget was £20.
Yeah,
Where's
but
the tenner?
The wrapping paper and the note.
You bastard! The budget was £20,
Yeah, but
and you've spent a tenner.
yeah, but that's
Oh,
all you
stop that.
need.
Get it on.
No, but
Right,
it's,
okay.
yeah, spend what you need. Like,
No, it's
don't.
not spend what you need. It's spend the budget.
No, but I cut the cloth accordingly. Like I cut that. No, no.
Right, thank you
take
very
another-
much. It's a
take-
lovely jacket with elbow patches that makes me confirmed. It actually does
It's a
fit.
good fit.
It
It's a
does
good
fit.
fit.
I will give you that. It does fit.
And I'm sure the best thing is that's probably the. You will genuinely wear that out the piss.
Well, I was going to
I
say.
don't want to say that, but actually, as I opened, I thought, yes, actually, that will fit.
It's either really good for that or good for teaching geography.
Yes, well,
Yeah.
exactly.
No, but he-
an Oxbow Lake or Terminal Moraine or a
Yeah.
little bit on the CBD.
Corrosion,
and
erosion,
romantic
erosion. Your thing is what you don't know about Alex, Roman, because you've probably never heard of him because he was on Sky
Can't
a
hear
long
you 'cause
time
there's a
ago.
lot of-
Got it?
Yeah, it was a long time ago. He's like Downton Abbey. That's how he operates.
Right.
Very, very posh.
we're at the end of the
You know,
show.
the very fact he's talking to us common people is a miracle.
You went to Windsor. You can't call yourself.
Yeah,
Cowboy.
okay, well, I mean, imagine, I'll give you an example. I was born in Windsor looking at the castle. He's in the castle.
He's in the castle, right.
And his entire
No,
wardrobe consists of
I'm in
twin.
the castle.
Oh, he's in the castle.
He's in the castle.
Actually, he's in the castle. He's next to the
definitely wasn't
castle.
awful.
You're
I'm in the
bin
car
juice.
park.
You're
I'm
bin
bin
juice.
juice.
Yeah,
Great
okay.
reference.
You've actually gone to Oxfam to buy my Christmas present.
Yeah, but
Like literally
it's
gone
giving
to Oxfam.
back.
You have come
Giving
out
back.
of
What's wrong with you?
the
He's supporting
highest
charity.
profile show in the UK.
that's it.
And
He
you've
gave it- he-
purchased 50%. You used 50% of the budget.
No,
in
but he gave
Oxfam.
the other 10 to them.
yeah, and also the thing is,
Did you
is
give
that-
the other 10 quid to Oxfam?
Did you not? Okay. Did you
give
not?
the other 10
Did
pounds to
you?
Oxfam?
Yes.
That's
Did
a
you
definite
give?
no.
Did you give the other 10
Did
pounds
you-
to Oxfam?
Definite
Did you give the other 10
Yes,
pounds
I
to
did.
Oxfam?
Alex, did you not just turn to Roman Kemp and say to him, I wish you do to teach James to do more for charity. I've just done it. You're welcome. Thank you.
Did you
What's
give the
that,
other
Your
£10
Honour?
to charity?
Yes, I did. Of course I did. I went to Doris. I went, listen, I'll have a plastic bag.
Right.
And she went, that'll be £1. I said, here's £10, love. Put it in the box for all them sick kids. That's what I said. And I said, have that. And they went, will you do an appearance? I said, maybe. Speak to my agent. You know, and that's what I said. But you've got a tweed jacket out of it that you might get. Your wife,
In
when
all
she sees you in that,
seriousness,
you might get
I am
action.
actually genuinely quite pleased with my jacket.
That
Thank you very
you
much.
honestly,
Thank you very
he's
much,
got a
Sean.
friend that he had. He had a friend in Japan that he brought with him called Framboise Waddle Dudley.
Is that a
That's,
joke?
no, that's the name. That's the name. This is the kind of people he hangs
He's
around.
actually Ambrose, but
Well, his nickname's Framboise, but it's actually Ambrose Waddle Dudley, right? And he's got a mate. He's got a mate called Tom, who's so
How
posh.
can I not? Waddle Dudley.
Yeah, Waddle Dudley, and he's got a mate called Tom who's so posh. It's like his tongue's on backwards. He's like, oh god, who owns 100? I went to him. You own 170 pubs, didn't you? He went, actually, it's 185 pubs. I was like,
Where are you from?
Dorset. Dorset.
Yeah.
Can you tell
No,
where
no.
the birth comes from?
He actually owns
We always-
Dorset. If you put on the map, it's like Dorset. He turned up in a
it's a
penny
Dorset
farthing
Yorkshire thing.
earlier today.
You've never
Right,
met, you've never
we
met
finished this
anything like
show.
Frombra's or Wadden Dudley
We
either.
finished the show on what is something of a shambles called the Guinness Perfect Pour. It's a weekly test in 119 and a half seconds.
So
That's how long
all
it
the
takes to pour
research on the
perfect.
best player of 29 is just
No,
out
don't worry about
the
that. That's
window.
gone.
Right.
We've
Amazing.
wasted that
Shut
on
that.
tweed jackets and non-alcoholic beer of your choice. So it's quick fire questions. We're going to go, all three of you. It's the first thing that comes into your head. Are you ready? Are you
Yes.
happy to play along?
Yes.
This is one of his
3,
games.
2, 1. Who decorates your Christmas tree?
My mum.
My wife.
Wife.
Real tree or fake tree?
Real.
Fake.
Real.
What?
No, fake.
You are a disgrace.
No.
Advent calendars, yes or no?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
But wait,
No,
just
shut up,
caveat,
there's
by
one
real
word.
chocolate companies,
It's
you can't have fake ones. You've got to have like Lindt or Nestle.
And there is another
Cadbury's.
chocolate company out there called the Wizards. Thank you. Please look at it. It's on Amazon Prime.
Skate
Come
cups,
straight
yeah.
out. It's a Wonderful Life was recently voted the best Christmas movie of all time. Discuss.
Yeah. the
Lie.
Bullshit.
Grinch.
Lie.
The Elf.
Yeah, and I'll stick to National Lampoon's.
Do you send Christmas cards?
Grinch. No.
I used to, not anymore. Can't be asked.
Yes.
Do you dress up on Christmas Day?
No.
Yes, normally in some sort of onesie setup, like a comedy onesie, like a Christmas elf or something.
Fucking one word.
You do Christmas Day. in a onesie.
Yeah, of course.
He's
you
so
do.
hashtag gram with the missus.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
I'm constantly Instagram ready at all times like that. And my followers went up by 200,000. Thanks very much. For nothing.
Do you dress up on Christmas Day?
Previous the
Black
last
tie?
couple of
White
years.
tie?
Yes. Well, numerous ones. I told you last year about the Santa suit that went down slightly awkwardly.
It did
when-
indeed.
Do you dress for dinner and breakfast at your house? Black tie?
We change for every course.
Of course you
Do
do.
you, best Christmas Day argument you've ever had?
My dad bought me bongos.
And your reaction was
Why the fuck did you buy me bongos?
good. I like that.
My dad bought me a pool table when I wanted a laptop, and then and it was the point where I thought he was joking all the way until I realised he'd bought me a pool table. I'd never once ever played pool in my entire life, or had any interest in pool, and I still never played it, and I still didn't get a laptop, and that's why I'm dumb and I can't write, and I'm not so good at exams.
Quite good at pool.
Great at pool now.
Mine would be the story earlier about the Sega Mega Drive.
Have you ever been caroling?
Yes, last year my missus is Swiss Austrian and I sang in German in Austria.
Wow. What was your Christmas carol of choice?
Silent
Das
Night
Van
in
Christmas
How does that go?
Fudenbargen.
German. Oh, mate, I can know. It's off sheet.
Off sheet.
Well, you can't even remember his
Christmas
dad's
carol of
songs.
choice.
Was it sheet or was it a good?
No, it was there. It was all right.
All right.
Christmas carol of choice.
Oh, Little Town of Bethlehem, and no, I never done it.
Christmas Carol of
Yes.
choice.
Have you ever been caroling? Do you
Silent
ever
Night?
Do you ever caroling?
Yeah,
at Paris?
I'm a big fan of A Silent Night, actually.
Yeah, Silent Night. Yeah.
Oh, come on, you faithful. If carolers come to your door, how do you react?
Yeah.
Is that an open or a close?
Close.
That's a close.
Oh, will you fuck off? no.
Out comes the blunderbuss.
Yeah, no.
Mine's an open, lovely. Thank you so
There's your
much.
20 quid.
Shit.
No.
Yeah.
Listen to the whole thing.
This is what I do. This is what I do. Generally, I open the door, like sit there for the prolonged amount of time, wait till they finish, use the candy that all the kids didn't eat for Halloween, give it to them, then shut the door.
Right.
I think we live in a weird generation now where it's like if anyone's outside your door singing, you're worried.
This is very true.
Like,
2019.
Why are they ringing my doorbell?
CCTV.
Yeah.
This is a great point. 2019, I'm behind my door, I'm terrified, changed my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holly or ivy?
or Holly.
Ivy.
Ivy it is. Only Fools and Horses Christmas Special or the Royal Family Christmas Special?
Neither. The Office Christmas Special.
Strong.
Only Fools and Horses Christmas Special.
Yeah.
The Crown Christmas Special. Radio Times or TV Times?
TV Times.
None of them.
Yeah, neither.
So do you circle the best shows? pick
not
out your
not
Christmas view?
on radio.
Have you not moved
Although I
into
am
the- have you-
Boxing Day.
have you
Boxing
not-
Day,
have
we
you
are
not
doing
moved
Jungle
into
Radio
the
with
mo-
Kate Garraway.
Are you?
Have you not moved into the modern
You two
era
are
where you
milking
don't
it, aren't
you just
you?
look at the TV guide on your
I
co-
know.
on your
But I just
TV?
don't- no, but for some reason, Christmas is the only time where you do see the TV
You
times
do,
and you
yeah.
go, "Oh, this is on at this time." It's like you could just download it here, but it's weird.
It's a little,
Why are you doing Jungle Radio with Kate? Obviously, you didn't want big ratings, and did you want like a medium?
Myself and Kate Garraway are doing Jungle Radio,
Right.
1 p.m. to 3 p.m. on
Right.
Boxing Day.
And when are we doing Jungle Radio, which would be better
Well,
than
you
what you're doing
weren't
1 to
in
3?
Jungle Radio.
Yeah, but I should have been because I was robbed because I got voted out.
What,
because I was
what,
stitched
what I
up.
love about this is you are just seeing your stock plummet.
Yeah.
At this point in time,
We couldn't
you are
plummet
on the
anymore.
way
He's got
out.
he's got a million followers.
There are investors selling right now.
Oh, he's got a
Christmas
million
jumpers,
Get
yes or
out,
no?
get
Christmas,
out.
Christmas jumpers, yes or no?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
He's got a million followers
and
for looking
Rocco suits.
arty. Great
Kissing
work,
under the
Mike.
mistletoe, yes or no?
With my missus, yeah.
Yeah, with someone else's missus, this is even better.
That's staying in. That is fucking staying in. Your Christmas is
put
off.
it in. Put it in. I would say, always kiss your missus under the mistletoe.
Good.
Yes, safe.
Love that. That'll be in the Daily Mail tomorrow.
Yeah.
No worries about that. Best Christmas panto?
The one I saw James in. Critterella.
Yeah,
that was
Critterella.
phenomenal.
Oh, Andy,
He was
Andy.
honestly amazing.
No, but you did Paddy McGuinness, the best impression of Paddy McGuinness ever.
When I came here, I thought he was still wearing the makeup from it.
It's my
I know.
I know, terrible, isn't it?
Cut up, yeah.
Cuddling. I would say Panto was a Cinderella.
I can't even name of panto.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
Sleeping
Isn't
Beauty.
it not like a Buckingham Palace panto where you were sort of dress up as buttons?
I went to watch Sleeping Beauty the other day, so I'm going to say that.
Oh yeah, what about your ABBA thing?
That is fucking. That is
great.
really good, by the way.
Good.
And
You got your
and my
cousins
cousin
in
is
it.
the star. Yeah.
Well done, yeah. Well done, her. Do you leave mince pies out for Santa? What
Yeah.
else? What else do you leave?
Mince pies, brandy for Santa,
Yeah.
and a glass of milk just to wash it all down. And then I do carrots for the reindeer.
Yeah, I do mince pies, sherry, carrots to the reindeer, and a copy of Perfect Fit just to get him. Because after all that, he needs to learn about calories and stuff like that.
Right, super stuff.
Mia, I like. No, I would do cookies.
Right. Well, not traditional, but go with it. Yeah.
What's wrong with cookies?
It's very American.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. In what year did Queen Elizabeth II make her first Queen's speech?
The Queen's speech, televised Queen's
Yeah.
speech, 1962.
I'm going to say 1955.
Yeah, I think it's in between. I'm going to go 57.
Say again.
It's actually 1967.
1957.
I said
So
955.
did I just nail it?
Yeah, you nailed it. Well
It would be
done.
quite disappointing if you did.
Wait,
to be
inside
honest.
info.
Yeah.
Well done.
Santa Claus or Father Christmas?
Father Christmas.
Father Christmas.
Santa.
Oh, you are like proper
I'm
tang
Americanised.
Boxing Day sales, yes or no?
100%.
Never.
Never.
Selection boxes, yes or no?
100% lose the Garibaldi.
Good.
Yes, 100% biscuits and also chocolate selection boxes. Quality Street, all roses.
What is the last roses or Quality Street in the box?
The strawberry flavoured ones.
Nah, the toffee.
Really?
The,
No.
Don't we talked
toffee.
about this? The toffee penny.
boring.
You lose your teeth, but the toffee penny are unbelievable.
Nah,
Do me a favour,
That might help
actually.
you out, actually, if it comes
Hopefully my family will
page on that
Triangle.
said toffee or a coffee or something.
Hopefully my family will buy me a giant toffee penny and do the whole lot in.
Well, maybe just pull the
Jobs are
whole
good.
shit.
Satsumas in your stockings, yes or no?
Terry's chocolate orange, not that soon.
Yeah.
Like that?
No, my mum tried it once. We bollocked her and she never did it again.
Yeah, we talked about last year's Terry Chocolate Orange.
If you could watch one Christmas movie every Christmas until the end of time, what would it be? Are you going to stick with?
Yeah, it's between mine and James's, yeah.
The Grinch.
Really?
Or Home Alone.
Okay. Yeah,
Home Alone.
Well, actually, if I had to watch Elf.
The Holiday.
Oh, my God.
What is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you? Do you watch it on a projector or sort of a magic lantern or the slideshow?
So you've ditched Love Actually straight off the bat.
I like them both. I have to play a role. It's really tiresome, but I have to make people look good, and that's why.
Oh, you have to play a role. What role are you playing? Really posh, interbred, tweed wearing fool?
I'm surprised no one said Die Hard.
We have debated Die Hard
Yeah.
on last year's Christmas
just-
show and this year's Christmas show. Is it a Christmas movie?
It's not, but people like to think it is.
Well, it's set
Bruce
in
Willis
Christmas.
likes
Yeah,
to
but
think it is.
he on
But it's
Capital,
always
he holds all these like real deep and meaningful, like what's the nation's favourite biscuit? Orange Club, wasn't it? You
Yeah.
can- yeah.
I said UK's best ever biscuit is an Orange Club. Prove me wrong.
I would go Mint Club way over Orange Club, just to start things
Okay,
off.
yeah, fine.
Wagon Wheel.
Is it wagon wheel
Jaffa
biscuit?
cake.
It's wagon wheel
Is it
biscuit.
wagon wheel
Jaffa
biscuit?
cake.
because
yeah.
it goes hard when it's off, not
Yeah.
soft.
Yeah, and also Penguin, you get a joke inside.
Yeah.
Very good.
Do you? Is that still a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super stuff.
You're so
Like
out
a
of
cra-
touch.
Like a
You don't know how much a pint of milk costs now, do you, from your ivory tower?
No, I don't. Thank you very much indeed for coming on. You've brought a touch of festive spirit to this
Thank
show
you very
that was
much.
sorely lacking.
And do you know
in the
what?
shape
Since
of the
meeting
two
Roman, I've now
coaches.
converted to listen to Capital every morning.
Have you really?
Yeah, so it's
What's
quite
next for
exciting.
you? What's
I'm
where's the
hosting-
career's doing that? Tell us what James could have won.
Yeah. Let me know what's it like to get a million followers. Go on, tell us.
We've got something good. I'm hosting New Year's Eve on BBC One.
Are you really?
Yeah, with the fireworks. Myself, I'm doing it. And Craig David is performing on BBC One. So,
Say hello to Craig, we're friends.
I will do.
Yeah, all right.
Didn't he offer to come play your wedding? For
No, they thought I was going to pay. Yeah, he said, "We've got
150
mates rates," and they were like, "Pay 150 grand." I was like, "Not that we're good mates, are we?" No.
No.
Actually, he actually sorted out for me to DJ for him in Ibiza, so we are good friends. And I love Craig, very talented man. And I could have bloody presented that for half the fee, not as well.
What I love about this is literally the dream.
I know.
And
I'm
you've got your dustpan and brush. You're back with us.
I've actually achieved nothing.
Love the
I'll be heavily disappointed if I don't see you in a panto next year.
So he went in the jungle in the slips of something, and he's still just in the slips of someone else.
Yeah. I've honestly achieved nothing apart from starve, upset the nation, and get my face kicked in. But I made some friends for life, so that's good.
We bloody love you.
For 2 weeks.
Thank you. For 2 weeks until Roman finds out I'm a bad influence, and when his PR manager goes, "You really don't want to be photographed next to that arsehole." And then we're gone.
Can you just give him a little shout on Insta just to get him?
Yeah,
to
why
sort of
not?
post it?
Boost him
He's
up.
at James Haskell.
Yeah.
Do you follow him yet?
No.
Not a lot of good content on there.
Wise choice, it's really boring.
Lots of top off photos and stuff.
That is it. I'm actually quite enjoying the double jacket combo. Little
Mate,
tweed,
honestly,
the little rustle under.
that is
It actually
that is
looks
solid-
like you've
that
got a
is
little bit
solid
more
sequence
twig
there.
in your arms, so it's good for
But you know why? I bought it because you will use it.
I genuinely.
Okay, do you know what the other thing was where I was going to spunk all the budget before I gave the elderly woman the extra money and met all the kids in the charity shop was I wanted to get some taxidermy, but some bad taxidermy. I wanted a fox with its jaw on backwards.
Do you follow crap taxidermy?
Yeah, I do.
One of the
I wanted
greats.
to buy you a pigeon or like an owl or something with a dishevelled face or like the eyes on backwards.
To go with the hippo, the rhino, and the elephant.
Yes.
Yeah, lovely.
He's got his front room's like out of Ace Ventura, Pet Detective 2's that Wall of Death.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, he's very much into heavy game hunting.
Thank you for coming on. Superstar.
Thank you very much.
Good luck
Thanks
with it
for
all.
having me.
We'll be following your career with great
Yes.
interest as you rise to the heights of the nation, and Hask will be lingering.
Getting
with us
filled in
Yeah.
for cash in car parks.
It's like when Maverick flew through the jet stream with Hask and he's into a flat spin.
I'm Goose.
Down.
I'm Goose.
Damn it, Maverick!
I was his Goose.
Out next year.
Oh,
See the new
Done
trailer?
too, yeah.
So excited
Top Gun
about
fan?
it.
I'm literally like Goose though. I've hit my face on the canopy. Judging by this, I've flown and been whizzed through the jet engine. That's it. No one's even turned up for my funeral. Oh, there's Grease. It was actually Goose. Don't worry about it. I'm not.
That is it, would you believe? It's about time to
Maybe you're happy about
for
that.
House of Rugby Christmas special and for House of Rugby in 2019 as well. We're going to take a week off next week because we're all away. Others can be asked. We're back on January the 7th with James and Joe Marler, who keep saying yes and they keep saying no the day before. So hopefully we'll have Joe Marler on the show. His career's going quite well as well. Actually.
Very well.
Yeah, Sky One. He's got new endorsement
Sky
deals.
One? Was he on
he's
Sky One?
presenting on Sky One now.
Is he?
Yeah.
I can't get a gig. I can't get a gig outside the street. Giving
So
up.
you've got to talk waffle about a horse, and then you can get anything you want.
So I'm being told to wrap. Thank you. And it actually says thank you literally to the millions who have watched and listened to the show. I cannot believe we are saying that, but thank you to the millions who have watched and listened to the
9
show.
million, if we're
This
counting.
shambles of a show this year. Thank you to all of you who came to the live shows in London as well,
so
Japan too.
hang on, we've reached 9 million people, but only 500,000.
Yeah. That's how bad it is. That is.
Well,
not
if it makes you feel better, only 20,000 people follow me.
There are a lot of people on a free trial who are not taking up the endorsement.
Why would they not want it? It's 24 hours of just me.
We've got more live shows around the country in 2020, apparently. I don't know anything.
I don't know about that either. Yeah.
Super stuff, details to come. We've got lots of great things to come from us next year as well. There is one actually genuinely very exciting plan in the pipeline for February. We are very excited about that. Thank you to Tins. Happy Christmas to you and the missus and the family.
Thank you.
Happy Christmas to the Hoff.
Thank you.
Happy Christmas to you and the missus, and here's to happy 2020. Roman, you've been a star. Thank you for being on
Thank you
Secret
very
Santa.
much.
Come
No,
and
Merry
see us again
Christmas.
another time
I
soon
will
if
do.
budgets allow. And
I will do.
thank you for looking after him in
No,
the jungle
it's
and
okay.
saving his career and ours as well. Happy Christmas, Happy New Year to all of you. Thank you. Have a great New Year. We'll see you again in 2020. Lots of love and hugs. Bye for now.
Bye.
You've been watching the House of Rugby on Joe, together with Guinness. Drink responsibly. Visit drinkaware.co.uk for the facts.